Joining me now is Congresswoman Madeleine Dean, Democrat from Pennsylvania, whose district is now home to multiple Trump-backed, newly branded Freedom Fuel gas stations. Okay, we know that the White House is open for business. We know that. And we also know that whoever is behind these gas stations, there's very little chance, according to our friend Gas Buddy, that they're making any sort of profit. Most likely they're taking a loss. Some of these are in your district. Where does your mind go on what is going on here, and what questions do you have?
Oh, I've got lots of questions. And the gas station you just showed is my district, Dresher, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy for a corner where my constituents can buy gas a little cheaper. But certainly we have a lot of questions. Who is doing that promoting? Is the president behind any of it? Is the president or his family profiting from it? Are somehow pardons involved in any of this? Who is the huckster behind it? The only thing that we have found so far is that it has been established by a Delaware LLC. Maybe your reporting is showing something more. I'm not certain why it is focused in my district and suburban Philadelphia, and then over into New Jersey. I have lots of questions. The other gas stations in my area, we are all watching the digital numbers every single day. $3.99 is pretty typical. I run in if I see a $3.85. But $3.99 is about the price of gas. And let's remember, before this war, it was $3 and under $3. So even at this $3.47 price, Americans are still suffering and struggling as a result of President Donald Trump's reckless, ill-partnered war with Iran that he is so bogged down in. We had an MOU conversation with the Secretary Rubio and Mr. Witkoff and members of Congress just 10 days ago, all about the MOU and the ceasefire. And what has the president said in recent days? It's over.
And meanwhile, everybody's suffering around the country as a result. Let me ask you, I talked about this earlier, but at midnight tonight, as you well know, a sweeping bipartisan housing affordability bill will officially become law. And despite Trump refusing to actually sign it, it is really, it is crazy politics that when he has the opportunity to sign into law a bill that would actually lower the cost of housing, he's not doing it. What he's doing on Iran as it relates to gas. How are people feeling all of that in your district? Is it translating to people in your district? Are they blaming the Trump administration, or what are you hearing from your constituents?
Oh, my constituents are upset. And I say that not just about Democrats who may have voted for me or may have not voted for Mr. Trump. I say it about Republicans and independents who have come to me to say they're extremely upset. The housing bill, good. It will become law. It is bipartisan. It is bicameral. It helps his members. It helps Republican members in the House and the Senate, because it is about helping Americans afford housing. It is about housing those who are unhoused. And so the president, with his temper tantrum around the SAVE Act, which is really voter suppression, we all know that. Fortunately, this bill will become law, please God, at the expiration of this evening. And the president is so ill-advised and unhinged and uncaring about the American people, the people who he represents, that he said, I will bring costs down and I will end wars. Look what has happened. He's done neither. And he also has shown that he does not care about Republican members of the House and Senate, how it reflects upon them when costs are up and people can't afford health care. People are shopping gas stations. People are staying home instead of going out and shopping more. He doesn't give a damn about that. And his own Republican members know it and will suffer for it.
It's bad policy and bad politics, too.
Bad politics.
Yeah. Congresswoman Madeleine Dean, thank you, as always, for joining us.